What if a 2-year-old boy started screaming in the middle of the night, having awful nightmares? And not just scary dreams, but actual vivid memories of dying in a plane crash. And what if those memories matched up in detail to the life and death of a real World War II fighter pilot? That's exactly what happened in the case of James Leininger, one of the most documented reincarnation stories ever recorded. Hi, if you don't know me, my name's Dan. I'm the Misfit Medium. I'm called the Misfit Medium because I don't fit in with the public perception of what a medium is. You might want to follow me if you want knowledge on mediumship, spirit communication, reincarnation, and exploration of consciousness between this life and the next one. I don't expect you to believe everything I say when I talk about my experiences as a medium, my communication with spirit and with your loved ones. And that's why I back up everything I say with data, science, research, and fact. Now let's get into this incredible story about James Leininger. James was just 2 years old when these nightmares began, and his parents, Bruce and Andrea, said that he would wake up shouting things like, "Plane on fire, little man can't get out." And at first, like most parents, you just assume it's just an active imagination. But this little boy was 2 years old, and the details he was coming out with were not normal for a 2-year-old. I mean, he was talking about the specific type of plane he was in. This wasn't just a plane, this was a Corsair fighter plane. He talked about being shot down by the Japanese, specifically being shot in the engine. And he talked about taking off from an aircraft carrier called the USS Natoma Bay. Now, a little bit of research started showing that some of these things he was talking about were real. And the more research they did, the more verification the parents were able to do. Things started to get a little stranger. Little James was drawing pictures of planes colliding or exploding in midair. And he would correct adults on how aircraft worked. That's not how it works, he would say. The bomb goes under the plane like this. And he knew technical details that most adults wouldn't know. And one day, when asked a simple question, "Who were you?" James responded without hesitation. "I was James," he said. Eventually, his parents decided to research this, and they found that there was a real-life pilot called James Huston Jr. James Huston Jr. was 21 years old. He served on an aircraft carrier called the USS Natoma Bay. And in 1945, he was tragically shot down during the Battle of Iwo Jima and crashed into the ocean. He didn't survive. Now, here's what makes this case remarkable. James had named the aircraft carrier the Natoma Bay. He was specific about why he crashed. His plane got hit in the engine. He talked about flying near Iwo Jima. And he also gave the name of a fellow pilot, Jack Larson. This is all from a 2-year-old boy. Now, military records later did confirm that Jack Larson did exist, and he also served on the aircraft carrier, the USS Natoma Bay. As James got a little bit older, his parents connected with some of the veterans from the USS Natoma Bay. And as they talked to little James, they were stunned by his knowledge. And some, in fact, said the details of what little James said matched exactly with what happened to James Huston Jr. For those veterans, meeting little James felt emotional and surreal. And some of them even said it was as if their lost friend had returned. Now, of course, skeptics, and it's healthy to be skeptical, but they've argued that James may have picked up this information unintentionally, all through subtle media exposure. But others consider it one of the most documented cases of past life memory ever recorded. Now, researchers studying reincarnation claims have debated this case for decades. Yet it remains extraordinary in its clarity. The detail of the planes, the name of the ship, the name Jack Larson, who also served on the ship. Extraordinary in its clarity and in its emotional impact. Was James Leininger actually remembering life as a World War II fighter pilot? Or was something else going on? Either way, it's one of the strangest and most detailed cases ever recorded. And it asks a question humanity has been asking for a millennia. What if death isn't the end of the story? Let me know what you think. I'll meet you in the comments. Don't forget to follow me for more grounded insights into mediumship, spirituality, consciousness, and a journey between this life and the next one. I'll meet you in the comments. Like and follow for more.